Hello, everybody. This is Stephanie and Chelsea, and we are the co-founders of CS Planners. And I'm so excited because today we are talking about being unstoppable. Because if you really want to go after your dreams, if you really want that financial freedom, being able to live your best life, you need to become unstoppable. And that means letting go of what other people say. It's meaning that you know what's going to happen and you are driving yourself and nothing is going to get in your way.
So when you're trying to be unstoppable, what do you think are the steps it takes to get to that point, to actually become unstoppable?
Well, I feel like in order to get to that place, I feel like it's so important, number one, to know that you have to be the driving force on yourself. You have to know that no matter what anybody else says along the way, no matter what you think is a failure, and I'll talk about that in a second, but like no matter what happens, you have to be there to pick yourself up. You have to be there to know, you know what, I don't care what anybody else says. I believe in what I do, and I am going to live the life that I deserve, that I dream. And you have to go full force, even if people knock you down, because I feel like the more successful that you get, even I feel like there's stages. When you start a business, some people are shocked and maybe not as supportive. But then when you reach that level of even more success, you have even, I feel like, I hate to say it, but you have sometimes even more haters. And that's a good sign because it actually means that you're doing something incredibly right, that they're jealous. And that's what it means. And you have to realize from their perspective, if you have all those people that are hating on you right now, you can't let that stop you from doing what you are meant to do. Because if you stop, that means that you're giving up your entire dreams based on what you think, based on other people's opinions. So I feel like to be unstoppable, it's believing in yourself. Having the self-confidence is by far the biggest tip that I can give you. Because if you believe in yourself, if you believe in everything that you do, then it makes it so much easier to become unstoppable. So then the next stage, you're like, you know what, I'm going to keep going. Because you fully believe in it. Whereas if and I did this for years before, I relied on other people to, bring me up. So I would have an idea and I'd bring it to everybody to get their opinion. And, and if they approved on it, if they didn't, would depend on my decision. Right? So, okay, I want to buy this house. Okay, should I buy it? Should I not? Okay, well, everyone thinks I shouldn't, so I'm not going to. And then I look back now, I'm like, you know what? I should have done it because that was an incredible deal on a house that I missed out. And it's true. That's a true story. And because I listened to everybody else. But see, that's how I learned from that. So if I'm telling you anything, if you're going to remember anything today, it's letting yourself build you up, because you have to have the confidence to go after your dreams, to go after your goals, and know that it's okay that, you have all those failures. I don't even like that word. I feel like we always talk about that, Chelsea, that we don't like the word failures, but
lessons.
That's the word that you're talking about, lessons. And if you take it as a lesson, then I feel like it makes you keep going. It makes you, if you just adjust and you become unstoppable, be like, you know what, this is my dream and nothing is going to get in my way. I'm unstoppable, letting nothing get in your way. And I feel like an incredible example that I can give too is after my son Scott passed away, the fertility doctors, they told me that I wasn't able to have kids. I'm still not able to have kids. But I remember that feeling of being told I couldn't do something. And for me, I'm using that as a force. Like, you tell me I can't do something, I'm not only going to do it because I'm going to prove you wrong. Like, that's just like what I use it to fuel me. So when doctors, they told me, they're like, you can't have kids. And I remember thinking, like, watch me. I became unstoppable. Be like, you know what? I'm going to, because I know I'm meant to be a mom. And the next time I think within like a month or two after doctors told me I couldn't have kids, within the month or two, I got pregnant with my daughter, and she's currently 3 right now. And doctors, they recently told me, they're like, I don't know how you have her. She's like, it doesn't really even biologically even make sense. Medically, it doesn't even make sense for my body to even be able to have her yet. Here I am, because I'm unstoppable. I had that feeling the entire time to be like, you know what? Nothing is going to get in my way. And you have to have that same driving force in your business and anything that you do, because when you have that unstoppable, it's an incredible feeling. And then all of a sudden you'll start manifesting everything around you. And then you'll get to the point where you're like, I can't believe I'm living my dream. And then you realize that's what I feel like I'm doing now. Like everything that I wanted growing up for years, I have right now. And how do I have that? It's because I had that unstoppable feeling. And I'm telling you, you can do it too. If you have that, everything around you will just come naturally. And I feel like that is the key to success. That is a huge key into living your best life, is really become unstoppable and fully believing. And it kind of goes into manifesting too, because if you are unstoppable and if you fully believe that, then everything around you, like I feel like it has to happen. There's no other choice but for life around you to give you exactly what you want. And part of that is being grateful. It's being grateful for everything that you have right now, and being grateful for every opportunity that you're given, every single lesson that you're given, taking it as an opportunity rather than a failure.
So I think when we talk about becoming unstoppable, we refer often to the social life, because humans are naturally social beings. We're naturally people that are going to be connecting with other humans. And even introverts, you might not want to be connecting with other humans. You do naturally. It's bound to happen. So I think a lot of us are, when you grow up with a certain idea of the way life should be, and you get a glimpse of what you actually want, when you start going for that and you start changing the norms within your current social dynamic, it's like it throws it off. If you're top and someone just taps it, it throws the whole balance off. And so I find that when we talk about being unstoppable, there are people who do have great support systems. I'm very fortunate. I feel like I do have a great support system, but there are a ton of people out there who are starting a business who feel like they've been in this group of what they thought they should be doing, but they have this dream and they have this goal, and they're debating on whether or not they need to go for it or not, because going for it can throw off that whole dynamic and shift the social circle that they've built. And while when we talk about how to become unstoppable, we do talk about focusing on yourself, building yourself up, building up your I feel like it starts with confidence, believing in yourself and knowing that you can actually do it regardless of other people's thoughts and opinions. If you have a great support system, you are lucky, because not many people do actually have an extremely supportive support system. But it's more common for a lot of us to have, doubters, or people to be like, but when you were, 8 years old, you did this. So how can you run a business? Or you did this one math equation wrong
Yeah.
when you were in grade 12 or something. How can you run a business?
Yeah.
Like, there's always going to be somebody. And I do agree that the more successful you get, there's going to be people that do decide to grow with you, which is part of the growth mindset, to be like, you're challenging the way I perceive the world, but I'm interested. So either you're going to have those group of people that will grow with you, or you're going to have those people who have a fixed mindset and think that you're the problem, you're the issue, and just think that you're the bad person because you're throwing everything off. You're not supposed to change. You're not supposed to, do
Exactly.
what makes you happy. And those that are stuck in that miserable lives, they tend to put their anger of the world onto those that they see succeed. And so what we're trying to also encourage people is become unstoppable, but also start changing the world around you to let people know, if you want to go for a dream, you go for it. And that's, again, why we're here, because there's a lot of people who had dreams, but they didn't want to go for it. And immediately, even in our work environment, as soon as you and I told people, what, starting a business, everyone started telling us what their dreams were. And we're like, go for it. And then some of them were actually going for it. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
contagious. So becoming unstoppable is really contagious.
And if you are sitting there thinking like you don't have a very good support system, I'm going to give you a little secret, because the online world is incredible. If you want to build yourself, if you want to build your confidence in anything, you go head over to a Facebook group, and ours included, and you go to any Facebook group and you post, be like, hey, I'm starting a new business. I just need a motivation. Like, anything, literally, you will have, I like at least probably 30 to 50 comments of new people that are going to encourage you to keep going. And it's incredible. Like, it's, the online world is amazing, because if you don't have that support system around you, it doesn't mean that you can't have it around you. It just means, like, maybe doing a shift. If you need to build more confidence, there's a whole community in Facebook and Facebook groups and online that will be there to support you, that are going through the same thing. And it's crazy. Sometimes people that are across the world, they are more supportive than anybody, and they're giving me tips, be like, hey, this is how you become a published author because of this, and this. And I'm like, wow. And they're so supportive. I'm telling you, you need to bring those people around you, because ultimately, like, I feel like it's so important to have a community around you that will bring you up, because ultimately, like, if you have like a whole community, it only makes sense that you're going to be right in there, because you want to create that. Like, you don't want to have people around you that bring you down, because ultimately, like, I know there's so many people that think, oh, the 9-to-5 job is the way to go, that you have to have it. And, you're doing something differently. You're owning your own business. And I get it. But if you follow your dreams, even though that those people are bringing you down, you need to bring yourself up, have that confidence. And if you need a confidence boost, head over to a Facebook group, head over to ours, head over to anyone, and really start connecting with people, because there are so many people out there that are in the same position as you. And I feel like it's incredible when you connect and when you really open yourself up to the online world. It's incredible with how many opportunities that you're bringing to yourself, how your entire life can change.
I love the word that you said in there, community, because I feel like that is extremely important. So, one, building up your confidence to believe that you can do it. The second thing is growing your community, growing the people and getting people around you that can support you on your journey. And that's huge. And again, because if you don't have those supportive systems around you, you can find them. They are out there. So go out, no matter what you're interested in. There's a group of people out there that have a similar interest. And if you can't find a group, then start it yourself. People will be following you. People will enjoy that. So even essentially, just become unstoppable. Just know that what your goals are, know that you're going to get it, and do everything in your power to get yourself there. And that's how you become unstoppable.
Exactly. So if you're sitting there right now thinking that what do you need to do right now to get unstuck? What if you're feeling lost, if you're not sure where to go, become unstoppable. Know that you don't always have to know how you're going to get your goals. You just have to know that no matter what you do, you become unstoppable, and you become unstoppable in achieving your goals, and the universe will reward you. And it starts with being grateful for what you have and being confident in yourself.
Thank you so much for joining us. We come live every Wednesday, and we'll see you all next week. Bye.